Jeno Yoweri Kaguta Museveni eno bibi anti abazungu kati bamwefulidde bamuvuddemu ina musatu sedda ku nnyoge katutandike neza wetuti.
I just wanted to say that I've been sitting on some of the platforms where our youth has been talking, like James had said that he had been on some of them also. It's been sleepless nights for some of us and long days. I do believe we here in the diaspora need to stand behind them and keep pushing, keep encouraging the youth to get out, to come out together on the 23rd. We can't sleep nor slumber. Even though we're here in the diaspora, we must continue, keep encouraging them to get out there on the street on the 23rd. I heard a video, and I don't want anybody to be discouraged from this thug Museveni. He was saying that if the Ugandans act like the Kenyans and come out on the street, he's going to, it's going to be a mess, whatever for him, right? Or he's going to make it a mess. Guys, do not be afraid. That man is a coward. He is running out of options, and he knows as soon as you hit those streets, he's done. His time is over. He'll be fleeing from Uganda. So I encourage each of you, our brothers and sisters back on the ground and in the diaspora, to keep pushing. Get out there on the 23rd. Support our brothers and sisters back home in the motherland, because it's not just them. It's a teamwork. It takes team effort, teamwork. Even my little ones here who are underage, they get up on the phone, they call and talk to congressmen and women and things like that. By God's grace, I'm very proud of them. So I'm asking that you brothers and sisters here in the diaspora support our brothers and sisters back home, whether it be, giving them water, whether it be moral support, encouragement to keep encouraging them to move on. Because this has to be done in order for the struggle to be over. This has to be done. Once we lose our fear, they lose their power. And that is true. So brothers and sisters, I ask that you keep encouraging, go far in the villages, everywhere, and tell them they come out together on the streets on the 23rd, big numbers. This is it, guys. We are at the finish line. We cannot stop now. We are at the finish line. Museveni's days are over. I cannot say that enough. His days are over. He's in a panic. He doesn't know which way to go, where to grab. He's grabbing straws, because he knows his days are very numbered. It's not going to last. His whatever you want to call this joyride that Museveni's on, collecting the innocent Ugandans' money, it's over. His joyride is over. He has nothing more to stop the people. He has nothing more to say to the people. He's said and done enough in the last 40 years. So brothers and sisters, please encourage each other. We have to encourage each other. If you think for 1 minute that we in the diaspora have nothing to do with the 23rd, you're wrong. We should be pushing it. We should be up on these platforms like James is, like a lot of our brothers and sisters are, even like with the Kenyans. I've been on with them also. We have to support one another. We have to keep pushing because we are a team. A team means all of us. We have to keep pushing because I'm telling you what, brothers and sisters, the new Uganda is going to be up and running soon. It's not going to be 2026. It's going to be in the near future, within the next few months. Museveni is going to be gone. So please, brothers and sisters, encourage one another. Be there for each other. Keep pushing. I don't care if you're on the land, on the motherland, or I don't care if you're in the diaspora. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep pushing each other. We have to keep, one falls, we pick them up. We don't walk by and act like they fell. No, we pick them up and keep continuing on. And that's what God would want us to do. Thank you, everybody. People power, our power.
Our power. Thank you. Thank you so much, sister, for that motivation. Yes, we do have to support one another. Comrades, let us go and fight for our nation. Those that are in the diaspora, do support financially, whatever it is, or get your family members, your friends, speak to them, make phone calls, write, tweet, WhatsApps. I don't know what you want to do, but just do it. and let's all do something, because Museveni is not going on his own. He's not going to have mercy on anyone. And like Tina said, this guy is a coward. He's on his last legs. So we have to push very, not so lightly, but let's really push hard, and let's not get tired, because this guy is soon falling. And comrades, it is up to you, you and me. So let's work together. Thank you so much, Tina, for that message. Thank you so much. Sister Demi, I think you are struggling. Please unmute, speak to us, and then I'll come to you, Sister Mimi. And yes, Sister Demi, unmute. How are you? I see you're muted again. Sorry.
Yeah, if I lose here, we come back in about like 5 minutes. The network. Well, thank you so much. Great. Comrade Masaba, Mumbia, Hossein, they are out. They were given bail on Thursday, so we still have other 55 to go. Very good message by Sister Tina. Wonderful, motivating. So what we need is plan and the strategy.
Sister,
but if you want this demonstration to succeed, tribalists don't come with the tribes. Sorry? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. We need to keep the theme, those 3 words: tribalists, fatalists, and what else? So, because we need every Ugandan on board. And remember, our king said unity. Mugisha Moon.
Sis, I will have to come back to you, because your mic, when you I've muted you, you have to come back, sis. Your connection is not good, or is it mine? Okay. Sister Mimi, please do come in. We'll listen to Demi in a moment.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone here on this space. Yeah, mine is just to encourage us in the diaspora to especially this protest that is coming. In these 2 days, let's try to push out posts and, send out posts to encourage people to, to go there. But also I want to bring out something, one video, long time ago, not so long ago, but sometime, I think last year, there was a video from South Africa, and these South Africans were they didn't want Nigerians or all these other people from other countries in Africa, in their country. They wanted them out. And they were saying one thing, is that, where were you guys when we were, at that time when they were trying to fight apartheid in South Africa? So we are looking at our Kenyan friends, and Kenyan friends, I think we should think about that. I always recall that statement, and I'm saying, the way this guy in Uganda, the junta, has been able to, he's trying to influence all these other dictators in different countries, and he's been trying to round up the East African region. So when we see Kenyans, the Kenyans have given us, of course, an example, but I think we also have to show our support for them, whether we are tweeting, whether we are their spaces, so that we do not be like these South Africans who told us that when they were fighting apartheid, we were not there, So we are now, the only way to fight these juntas in Africa, because the junta is Kenya. I'm very sure he's influenced by the junta in Uganda, That is where he's influenced. That guy, I would think he has some kind of, I wouldn't say democracy, but he has some care for his country, Kenya. although he wants to adopt some of these influences from Uganda, from the Ugandan president, you know. But what do we have to do? We have to push. We have all the East African news, because if we combine ourselves as the East Africa, all the East Africans fighting these juntas out, then Africa will also go up on fire with these others in the West. If you look at the West, what is going on in West Africa, these are all juntas, you know, juntas fighting, you know, they are all juntas, and these juntas are trying to influence, I mean, lump themselves together to keep themselves in power. How do they suppress this youth, this Gen Z, whatever thing is that is going on that started in Kenya? So we have to, in that diaspora, let us not keep quiet, because I'm thinking we are really quiet. We are just looking on and just, you know, we really have to also push that whatever these Gen Zs are doing and whatever the youth are doing, let's push it. Let's see more posts. Let's see more posters out there. Let's post on Facebook. Let's post on, you know, on the X or the Twitter. Let's do everything. But we are quiet. We are really quiet, I'm telling you. We really have to do something. We have so many people who can be, like I had Sister Tina on Twitter, 24 hours. Why shouldn't we? Why are we sleeping, really? We should also be on Twitter. When you wake up, think about your country. Do something. Go post something. Go do something, you know. Right now, you're hearing, for example, there are many things like blackmailing things like this Honorable Senyonyi thing. We are not, I don't see the opposition, the diaspora firing back. We are just quiet. And you know, these narratives stick. Because the way this NRM does, they send out these narratives. This person did this person ate this, and they keep, and some of these things stick with these people in Uganda, and they say, you see, he ate, you know. So how do we counter? We have to learn to counteract these things, you know. We shouldn't just sit, the Gen Zs are doing their job, the youth are going to do. Let us send out posts. That is my ask. And let us be in solidarity with the Kenyans, because maybe the Kenyans will also help us back in Uganda here. They will not come fight our battles, because sometimes we think that other people will come and fight our own battles. We ourselves have to get our own freedom. The other people have to just support us. Support us. We cannot think that some other country will come and fight our own battle. We have to fight our own battles. Get rid of this junta from Uganda and the thieves that are stealing dry our nation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sister Mimi, for that. Yes, we've got to fight and reclaim our nation. Nobody's going to do it for us. Let's take a leaf from the Kenyans, guys, and let us not just be silent, because we are for those that are in the diaspora, you do not want to go back to Uganda and it just sort of feels like you're landing into a war zone, you know, because Uganda is just like a war zone, you know. It's all damaged, and we are the ones that have to rebuild, reclaim our nation, and fight. We have to ensure that the dictator goes, him and his corrupt officials. Comrade Madways, I think you come in after the moment of silence. How are you? Do you want to let me know how you are? Are you okay to come in for a minute, and then
I'll come in after the moment of silence.
Okay, that's good. Yes, guys, we will be having a moment of silence. Sister Mimi, did you want to have another minute as I prepare that?
Well,
you want to add to your message?
What can I say? 1 minute? Oh, yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah,
So the other minute, I would say, 1 minute more. I think I left up my hand, but anyways,
Oh, don't worry.
I want to encourage us that we are quiet. Let us push. Let us send out tweets. Let us send out posts. Don't be scared of just posting. Even whenever you think about it, just go in and all you do is click, post in every group, because all the NRM people are there. Post it in there, post it on Facebook, just do posts, Let us post, let us keep on posting and encouraging. The 23rd is coming, and we have to show our solidarity with these young kids that are going to be. We don't know what is going to happen, but we have to make sure that the present. Let us not just wait to post when they are capturing our youths and taking them to prisons. Let us start now and publish it, so that, yes, they can march there. And these people who are eating money, they want to make everybody who's not corrupt look like they are corrupt like them. We cannot be corrupt as they are. We have to publish it until it gets time. This speaker of ours needs to resign from the parliament, because how can... The other thing, as I'm finishing, who is the governor of Uganda? Do we guys care about who's in that governorship right now? They put somebody acting for how many years? How many years can somebody be acting? They are stealing money from Uganda, guys. Let us push these things. Let us encourage Ugandans, wherever they see corruption, let them send it anonymously somewhere to us, and we shall Kovanika. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sister, for that. Let's have a moment of silence, guys. That shouldn't be the first thing to think acceptable. Dictator Museveni has gotten away with so much, and we've let him. He just continues to do as he pleases. It is unacceptable. Much as we are demanding for the corrupt officials to step down, we have to remember that the top corrupt official is Museveni himself and his bunch of corrupt officials. So these thugs, they all have to go. We have to say enough is enough. Let us get up together at once and chase these guys off. Yes, guys, ask for the mic. Sister Demi, are you back? Yes, you are. There you are. If you're able to speak, please unmute, speak to us. Thank you. Then we'll have Comrade Ismail come in and Comrade Madways. Yes, Sister Demi, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Anyway, we needed to identify the bad guys. So we have our theme, partyless, fearless, and fibrous, and fearless. Fear is normal. Don't worry about that. Everybody has got fear. Government, they are in full of fear. Actually, NRM, they are actually begging people, sort of threatening, intimidating people. Don't come. If you come, it's not going to work. Speak to us. But I keep on tweeting to them. You people, you don't listen. You are inaccessible. So how can we speak to you? But let me tell you, let us identify some bad guys. And I'm going to give you a theme. I'm not a good singer, but I'm going to give you a theme. Bemuba mukola any sort of demonstration, this works a lot. To the ring leader on the denga agamba, what do you want? Nga abantu baddamu. End of corruption in Uganda. End of corruption chimala. Nga agamba now. Nga tugamba Museveni must go. Nga damu nga agamba now. Katikamba gambe. What do you want?
Just a minute. Sorry, let me unmute everybody so that it's easy for you. Guys, you have an option to unmute. Okay.
What do you want? End of corruption. Now, Museveni must go. Now, Matia Kasaja should go. Now, Anito Mong should go. Now, Janati should go. Hey! hey, end of corruption in Uganda. We do something like that in Katukila. Hey, end of corruption. Nga, ebintu nga tulina simple words. Kubanga the international will be waiting to listen. Naye Uganda tulina problem we mama a lot. Ate tetubeera organized kyekyo kitegeeza nti bayinzoga what do you want abalala ne baga Museveni to go Anita to go Mpuuga yabba amabaati bwebi tubeere organized. What do you want? End of corruption. Now Museveni must go. Now Matia Kasaija resign. Now Anita Omongi resign. Now Janet Museveni resign. Now
Comrade Suna.
Comrade Suna wants to interject.
Point of clarification, Mr. Demi.
Hey, Miss. Hey, yes. Soon over the they can always soon. You are seeing me now. Don't have anti mukazi.
Since I get the my
is Comrade Suna saying.
Kati tugende kubanga kyekisinga obukulu kye tuliko.
All right.
Mr. Demi, a moment.
Yes.
A moment.
Yeah.
The theme is Anita must go. Kati jetwa tuyimba.
To me, I think Mr. Corruption, Mr. System Corruption is himself. Now, if you planned for Anita, let's go for Anita. Democracy. Already you planned, let's go for Anita. Now, if we call Anita, where will it end? International community, Uganda,
and for start, okay, Suna, first clarify on this, if possible.
Okay, first of all, it's first time to come in this space. Ndaba tuli 19 people, which is a great number. My name is.
Even if 3 we enough.
Oh, do you want to see my video? All right.
Sona nkumanyi nnyo. Kati tugende n'ekyo kye mwasazeewo kubanga you've been running this for a long time. We have to go with what has been put in place. Okiraba, that's no problem. That is the democracy.
This is, I think you can see my shirt.
Of course.
Okay, so when maybe I'll just give this a little background of this campaign. And how far it has gone, and the kind of strategies that we laid. These are open strategies that we have used. But I will mix this. Okay. So on 20th last month. All right.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
So on 20th last month, I opened up a space. I opened up Twitter Spaces after getting inspiration from the Kenyans, from the Kenyan Gen Z, who had successfully managed to reclaim their power. The Gen Z united beyond their political divisions, beyond their tribes. Kenya is so divided more than Uganda in terms of tribes, and so much divided in terms of politics. But the 18th March to the 18th June Occupy Parliament was successful because it was organized by the young Kenyans, you call them Gen Z, that had actually found a very soft ground to unite. They were of the same age, they had certain inspirations and had certain demands. But then came an opportunity that united them, which was to reject the bill. The bill was going to affect all people in the country. All people, even children, all people were going to be affected by that bill. So the Gen Z united on social media They used the TikTok, they used the Twitter to host those spaces. And after some period of time, they agreed that they have to reject the bill. But how to reject the bill? By occupying parliament. So they all agreed that we occupy parliament. That's why the hashtag, first of all, the first hashtag was reject the financial bill. Then shortly, the other hashtag came at occupy parliament. That's why on 18th, they made a first step and occupied parliament. So on 20th, I happened to have a Kenyan Gen Z who we got in touch. And then we started the space asking Ugandans what a lesson that you are learning from the Kenyan Gen Z. So he came and we had a first conversation. So on 21st, he told us that, you know what, even you guys can actually do it if you organize. And he told me, you know what, organize a space and schedule it, pin it, and people know that there is a space that's going. I have pinned it today. One of the guys that we started with on that day is missing right now because he is on the flyer that we pinned on that protest. He's called Opio the Christian. He's missing. He has been missing for over a month. So the Kenyan Gen Z came as a speaker, and he highlighted us how they organized. From that day, he continued coming to our space, highlighting how they mobilized on social media, how the influencers on social media united, how the social media helped them to reach out to all the people in the country, how the main media picked up their stories after their mobilization on social media. So he highlighted us a lot of things, and these are things that are the one that we have been doing. So from that day, I started organizing daily spaces from morning up to midnight, Other people started joining in, people started joining in this conversation. We picked up certain important things that we saw that they were so important in our campaign. And these things included adopting slogans, partyless, tribeless, fearless, and those are the three main important things: tribeless, partyless, and fearless. Why? Because our country has been divided on the political ground, political lines. When a NUP organizes something, FDC doesn't want to organize. When FDC organizes, NUP doesn't participate. When NRM organizes, NUP doesn't participate. So someone is calling me, but I'll just go after. And then, so what happened is that we decided to start on this kind of mobilization. How do we bring all people together? That's why you see in the first people that joined includes strong youth pillars in FDC. They had never united with people in NUP. They have never united with people in NUP. Right now, one of those people that you saw that took the police letter, one of them is from FDC. So, but they had never united with other people. We have tried to bring people together beyond our political parties. That's why you see, even Bulola, 2 days before he was arrested, he appeared on our space and he spoke, and also he was determined. He said he's going to participate in the march. So we managed to attain the first thing of unity. Unity, we attained the unity because so many people joined. Right now, what we have achieved, even in terms of our mobilization, is that we saw that once we go with the advice of the Kenyan Gen Z, what he told us, that you do your thing on social media because you don't have the money, you don't have the power, but you can have the power through the social media. So through the social media, through these guys, the graphic designers, you see Madways is the one who invited me here. Madways started designing those posters that you are seeing. So most of you who saw this protest last month, it was because of Madways and other colleagues who are taking voluntary activity to post these things, to design for us those materials and all that. They are doing voluntary. So this revolution started on a non-political ground, on a non-influential anything, no influential figure, no foreign funding, nothing completely. It started on the ground of a purely a Ugandan thing and a purely a leaderless thing. So we had a challenge of people that are so much embedded in their political beliefs. And then we decided that, you know what, let us first of all bury our political beliefs. We understand all of us have the same problem, and that problem is one problem. But then we cannot push that problem when we have not got the power. Maybe I need to emphasize this one. And this is what we have been fighting even before I came to this space. I think before Madwez came to explain, I had just talked briefly about someone who came to the space and was posturing people power, our power. But that one divides us, because in Uganda, when you mention people power, it automatically takes us back to Nup. In Kenya, they say people's power, which is actually people power. In Uganda, we say people power. But in Uganda, when you say people power, it directly takes you to being a Nup. We understand, you can see this fist. This fist means exactly people power. But I can't mention that people power in what? I can't mention it because it automatically drives that this is Nup thing. And this is what we have tried to avoid for all these 30 days that we have been running this campaign. So without all of us Ugandans, we understand our problem. And we say that there's no person that is going to come in our group to tell us which problems we have. We know the problem, and the main problem we know it is Museveni. However, if a grader cannot demolish a bungalow, doesn't have power to demolish the bungalow, then you can't put it on the flat kukalina. Kebanga grader taina manyi gasukuma bungalow. Alitosola jiwa kalina. So like a grade is okay for na manya agasindika bungalow. That's why the logic is this. Ugandans have been disunited. We have been scattered, disunited with our political lines, with our tribal lines. Museveni has used that a lot to make us so weak that when you talk about something here, I think Demi has been so much active on Twitter. She can tell you that people are so much divided. People are divided on no, people are divided on FDs, people are divided on Baganda, people are divided. You guys waste a lot of time. That time, if that we put together, we can push these guys. But we are so divided. Now, this campaign came to unite people. And the Kenyan brother told us that on the 18th, when they decided to step their feet in Nairobi, Kenya, they got their power. They got their power as a country. The day they decided to walk and step in Nairobi, in their district, in their counties, the whole country, the whole generation got the power. That's why on the second day of the reading the bill, thousands and thousands marched to the cities and other cities. On the third day of reading, they marched to Nairobi. The president was supposed to sign the bill, but because of the pressure, he didn't sign the bill. That means they got the power. Over 5 million people occupied Nairobi. Over 5 million, and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people occupied other counties outside Nairobi. That's the power. The president had to reject the bill. He didn't sign it. After a small period of time, he fired all the cabinet ministers. That's the power. These people have got now the power. We first have to get the power, but we can't start on Museveni must go. Where do you get the power from, first of all? You know, how long has it been there? You first of all have to unite the population. We have not united the population yet. Let the population first united on one key thing, and that is Anita Mongo. Like I always tell people, the moment we get Anita Mongo like this, it means we have got the power to get any other person. We shouldn't get excited. We shouldn't get excited. We don't have the power even to call out an LC1 chairperson nga kubieke taka, nga atunze taka wrongly. We don't have that power. All of you guys believe, because you guys have been in the struggle, you know this. There's no politician who has the power right now. Every politician has been telling you guys that, you know, the power is in you. The power is not in me. The power is in you. So we have to take this power, first of all, as citizens, so that when we say that this is, okay, chino tetukyagala, tulumbe chino, then it will be very easy. Right now we are divided. Gojagamba, like Demi was saying, the Ugandans are not organized. Oyogera chino, abalabogera chino. That is the same thing. Ochitegera. That's why we agree that let's push one thing at a go. Tuleme kubeera na excited. Oyine mikono ebiri. Bw'ogiteka ku kintu kimu, you will push it. But emikono ebiri bw'ogiteka ku bintu 10, all of them, they won't go. But if you focus on one thing, you would have pushed it. So for me and others, we agree that, yes, we understand the problem, and no one should explain to us the problem we have. We know it. We have suffered. No one should come to explain to us the problem we have as a country. We know that kind of problem. But which strategy are we going to use to remove that problem? The first solution that we can have is to get the power by starting with that person that right now corruption is uniting NC. It's not Museveni. There are people who strongly believe in Museveni. There are people who strongly believe in against corruption, Tebagala corruption. That means those people, they can even get. That's why you see Ofono Pondos right now is supporting the protests. Right now, there's a MP. Oh, do you saw those MPs? They are supporting the protest. Why? Why are they? Museveni must go. Olabe who will support you. There's no one. There's no one. Right now, everyone is supporting this anti-corruption march. But the anti-corruption march, the only thing it is going to give us is going to give us back the power as a country. Ntingafe bana Uganda tuina amaanyi agagenda okulwanira wamu before tubadde divided. Nupu we organizing a protest, FDC tebeerayo. FDC organizing a protest, nupu tebeerayo. Nega amaanyi gano wetugateeka wamu fenna as regardless of our political grounds. Byonna tubijjawo. I've personally got so many people from different political parties asking me, where should we come from? Where should we join? I said, no, this is a Ugandan thing. We are not interested in political parties. If you want to join as a person, join. You can do anything in your part. But we are not inviting political parties because it is you guys that have been used to okusigala mwene embeera. So musogemuleka bana Uganda beetereze ebintu byabwe. Then you guys will come later. Okitegeera. So when we started, people tried to affiliate us to Bobi Wine, and it failed. It failed because every time we could come, we have even chased 3 MPs in our conversation. Because why? Because we know this is the same trick. Screenshot what agamento zolava baba no banupu ba support. Like I saw one of the hosts here. The host I name Mabega Colors. One of our hosts before was in diaspora. And the condition was, if we want to organize the Ugandan spaces on Twitter, first of all, remove the political colors on your background. Zibere no more chitegera, so that omuntala banagamba abantu bino bya nup ochitegera. And these are the challenges, real challenges. We are not talking about stories. Personally, I've been published in many tweets. Ngabagamba baba na banupu abagala okoche chivuga nembuza. Okay, where did you see me as a noob? First of all, I've been published never to reporting wa muhozo nakola long later bwa nagamba baba nusuna since bani baba na abapopi wa inabagala okoche chivuga and all that. But you can't find me anything that's connecting me to noob. Everyone has a party he supports or he supports. It doesn't matter. But when we are pushing a national campaign, we rise beyond those limitations. Singatu rising beyond those limitations as Uganda. And I'm telling you, Museveni must go. Bisoboka lwakuba nti tukyali mweyo that kind of chi. Naye kinabadde njagala nti we shouldn't take this, we shouldn't use this, we shouldn't vulgarize. That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't vulgarize this program. Until when vulgarizing one is politicizing it, and I've been so much critical. Even all the people that are hosting. Nembagamba, you know what? This is a sweat. This is a sacrifice of Ugandans. Temubi vulgarizing. Don't own it. It's not yours. It's for Ugandans. Right now, I started it. I don't own it. Those are mad ways. I've never posted anywhere. And will you meet the person who started? No. We don't have a leader. We want all Ugandans to take initiative. But it is very important that Ugandans understand the kind of sacrifice we are going to take this time. We have laid our life on the line as Ugandans. We are trying to defy odds. Uganda bogamba bugamindi ogenda kwekalakasa, automatically you become a terrorist. Bakutaminganga terrorist. Right now, most of us abamanyikidwa in this kind of things. We are on the ladder. Our phones have been hacked so many times. Abana baba trading and all that. These things are happening. Why? Because we are talking about just a protest. There's a time we organize a space in Gerimwa to just makumi abiri. Space in the hacking. Just makumi abiri. Why? Because they fear this kind of message that is uniting Uganda. They have never seen Ugandans united like this.
Thank you.
If we divide like this, we are going to be taken. We are only left with 2 days. But these 2 days are so much crucial. So I want to end. And Madways sent me a link and asking me, what do you guys think diaspora can do? In Kenya, what diaspora did, they participated in those protests, in their protests in different parts of the world, rejecting the bill and all that. So you can participate in the protest. We have not yet established where you guys can support, because we know things are going to come. Incidents, people being shot and others. So we have not established that. Why? Because we are not so much organized. It was crude kind of organization. However, there was that kind of system. But also, we didn't want to bring any incident of money, because in Uganda, botanical kusaba sente, bagamba akatola abantu watansi bagala kuba bube bantu bagala funa mufunyi. So we want everyone that want to contribute when there is a cause. So, but when there is a cause, anyone, you will see the message. At least you will see the message into your know. You are collecting a cent on behalf of Ugandans, and that person will be trusted, because right now we don't have any committee that is organizing this as a central organizing committee. We are just trying to form something, but we have not yet organized something. So anyone from diaspora, in the last days, will be able to come up and maybe receive money on the behalf of the people that will be hospitalized and all that. And then that money can be sent directly to the hospitals where the people are going to be treated. We don't want any of us to benefit financially, or that you are posting money on my account and all that. So I think I've tried to speak some of the things. Thank you so much,
man. Thank you, Comrade Suna, man. You put it so beautiful, man. Yes. There won't be any people who are going to be hospitalized. Touch wood, we don't want that, and that's not going to happen. Yes, we've got Comrades Nanyonjo Maria.
Yes.
Please, and go on.
Yes, Comrade Ismail, just before Comrade Maria, I just wanted to ask Mr. Suna if he's still available for a few questions. Maybe you will take the questions, Ismail. And
embera yeriwo buli muntu gyali, buli muntu gyasinzira, tulina okutaasa eggwanga lyaffe, tulina okusitula Uganda tugije ku bikyamu ebigirimu, nga tujja buli bw'enguzi, nga tujja abali b'enguzi n'abo abagikulira era abagireeta. Ng'ekizibu ekinene General Kaguta Museveni. Olaba n'abazungu beetabe mu lutalo luno. No bagamba tuli wamu ne bannayuganda twongera okuba enkalire, nga twongera obbalaga nti nno kisaanidde okutereeza ensi yaabwe, okutereeza eggwanga lyabwe. Butuufu naye Munnayuganda oba mulyaza amaanyi bw'otavaayo kutaasa nsi yo. 23 Lwakubiri omwezi ogw'omutima ogw'omusanvu 2024 lwe lunaku mulindo muladde alindiridde olanga tununula ensi yaffe. Mbaagala nnyo mwenna, ddunda akuume, tujja kuba tuddamu. Fivex.